Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching 13 Reasons Why. This episode 8 of season 2. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. And to be honest, I'm really enjoying all of the evidence that we've been getting in court. You know, we've had loads of people up there testifying. We've had some go Hannah's way, some go the school's way. I thought that Clay was pretty terrible in the last episode, to be honest. I think that it did sway on the school side. You know, if you was to rank like who won that section, you know, I think the school did. Even the Bakers, I believe, thought that as well, because obviously they thought Clay was going to be a good one. He was going to champion Hannah. He was going to say all this great stuff. And he turned it kind of onto Clay, and he was trying to say how like he was a bad influence, you know, how he didn't pick up on signs when Hannah said that she wanted to kill herself, you know, like how he was buying weed, how he was, you know, kicked out of school, keying Zach's car, you know, taking pictures of Tyler. Do you know what I mean? Like they was pulling out all these different things, and it wasn't going well for Clay at all. I like how in the episode though, he was consistently calling Sky, and he was trying to keep her updated, and he was telling her things that's going on with the case. And I like the fact that we haven't just ignored that we started the first episode with her as his girlfriend. Yes, okay, she's not his girlfriend. Yeah, she's not his girlfriend right now, but, you know, at least it's some sort of acknowledgement. She self-harmed, she got transferred to a different hospital, and I'm glad that Clay's just not totally ignored her and just, like, forgot about her. So, you know, got to respect that. Now, it's interesting what's going on with Alex. You know, he's still struggling with everything that's going on. It was his birthday, you know, he was having a little party at the arcade. He invited Clay, Zach, who else went? Jess as well. His brother come, and Tyler was invited, but they didn't really want Tyler invited, everybody else. So then when he did turn up, Zach and obviously Jess confronted him and told him to leave, which he did do. And obviously that upset Alex even more. Then Zach was sat down at the table with them all while he was having some food, and his mum rang and he answered and just said he's chilling with the guys. And obviously when he put the phone down, Alex was like, chilling with the guys. Why can't you just tell her that you're with us? You know, you're ashamed of us or something. And then he shouted at him and told him to leave as well. So he did do. Then Alex went to play in some arcades, and he's using, you know, he's playing like a first person shooter, and he's just shooting all these weapons. And his mum's come over. She's like, I don't think you should be playing that, obviously, because he shot himself. And then his dad's saying, come on, get off the game. And he's trying to grab it. And Alex is going mad. And he's kind of like saying, maybe I should have killed myself, you know. Maybe my life would have been better if I just ended it. And obviously his mum's crying. His dad's moaning, you know, his brother, everybody's there all shocked. Jess come over. It's like, how can you be like that? There's a room full of people here who love you, and you're talking like that. And he's like, apologising, I'm sorry. So really interested in my personal opinion. Clay's getting well jealous of Justin as well, mate. Justin's like tucking in there as like a second son. He's coming down having breakfast, which Clay never wants. And I always acknowledged last season that who's going to say no to like pancakes and waffles every single day being made fresh for you? Justin's taking advantage of that. He's coming again. He's sat down. He's watching TV with popcorn. We ended the episode with obviously Clay moaning and storming out. You know, that's just great, you know, and leaving. And Jess was sat outside looking through the window, seeing Justin have a good time. So really interesting, honestly. I'm really excited to see who we have in the stand today, and you know, what other information gets revealed. So thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Seeing Hannah like that, it was surreal. The only thing that can bring a grown man to his knees, and that I'd get to spend the rest of my life getting to know her.
I remember he couldn't stop crying that day. He cried more than I did.
But what the jury needs to hear today is how much you loved Hannah.
There's lots of chatter online about Hannah's tapes.
Or will it bias the jury against us?
How? How could it do that? To hear what happened to her.
It's a complicated story, Liv.
Before we go into that, right, he's saying it's a complicated story, okay? But, you know, this is the story that they're pursuing. They'd listened to they was taking him to court anyway, but like their whole premises of like this is that this is Hannah's story, and we've heard those tapes, and we have formed this opinion that the school was not looking after her. Do you know what I'm saying? So like you can't flip it then and say, you know, if somebody else listens to him and takes a different approach, it's complicated because, you know, you've listened to it and made yours, and that's why it should be open. Everybody should listen to it. I think the best way is to go with the tapes, to be honest. I think it's just open. I think they're quite clear what's happening, to be honest. I think some of them are not, like, really that bad on it, if I'm being totally honest. Others are really bad, and I do think that it should be out there. And it should be, everybody should be questioned on the tape. So now if they've been questioned anyway, you know what I mean? Like, we've seen Zach be questioned, we've seen Alex, and obviously Courtney. They should be back onto the stand, and they should be asked additional further questions with the evidence.
Oh,
Today is gonna suck. I mean, it's like the first day of school or something.
Hannah was the kind of person that made you want to be better. The kind of person who left an impression on everyone she met.
No, they're all listening, look.
Hate to say I told you so, but... Or did we just not think this part through? I'm curious.
The truth's the truth, innit, mate? You can't hide away from it.
Did you not get any of my text?
My ringer must be off.
You had it on silent.
Sky?
He doesn't even know.
No, about what?
They're out. Someone posted them online. Everyone listened all last night.
What?
Sky just rang in. That was interesting.
We're having a meeting.
This could blow my entire life.
Okay, look. We'll figure out a strategy when we meet, okay? Everyone's confirmed.
When people looked at Hannah, they saw what they wanted to see. They made assumptions. They spread rumors. When I think of her walking the halls with those kids,
It's mad on her, innit?
those eyes on her.
Oh, Bryce, yeah.
Hey, you're
Does he know?
today, right?
What? Yeah, no, totally.
The stupid fucking prank, right?
Dude, that's pretty fucked up.
You want to call it rape? Call it rape. Every girl at this.
Where the fuck did you get that?
Whoa.
I need to think for a minute. I should call my dad.
Oh, what is this? Tyler.
I knew you were a fucking pervert. If the school had just stepped up and paid attention, then things never would have gone as bad as they did for her.
See, this is really interesting. Oh, he's still talking. I do apologise for cutting it off. Like, everybody is going to get picked on now or whatever it is, but I do firmly believe that some of them was real bad. Like, so if I listened to the Tyler, just like everybody else, like, it's mad because now I'm watching the show all the way. If I never heard of Tyler's one tape, everything else that I've seen of Tyler, I think he's all right. Do you know what I mean? And like, but he's still done something shit. And like, obviously everybody's hearing this, people are going to react, and I can't blame people for reacting to the tape that they heard. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, you would, if your school heard that somebody was creeping outside of another girl's window taking pictures of her, they would pick on them, or they would, you know, lock him in a room or whatever's. But the whole overall show, I actually don't mind Tyler. So, but like Bryce, he can't be panicking or whatever's because he gets what he deserves. Do you know what I mean? Like, he full on done bad shit, and he gets, but he deserves everything that comes with it, because you know what I mean? Like, you do the crime, you do the time, or whatever it is you want to say. Now his girlfriend, it's going to be really interesting. We've seen in the last episode, he slept with her. She was kind of like not wanting to do it, but she went with it anyway. Now this is coming out. She thought that Hannah, I mean, Jessica was lying, talking about Justin. Now she might think, or put two together, it was Bryce. Do you know what I'm saying? I wonder how she's going to be reacting.
She'd still be that same happy, hopeful kid she always was.
Imagine if Jess was in the next one. Go in, Jess. What's she just done? Hey, yes. Look at... That's got to be a little win for you. That's good.
You know, I was starting to think you were avoiding me today.
What? No. I understand if you changed your mind about the movies.
Tyler, you promised me a date. You're not getting out of it that easily.
Well, can't you tell Warren to handle it faster? It's a shit show around here. I gotta go.
I will do whatever I have to make you fucking pay.
I've got a legal team working for me around the clock. I've got state fucking senators that will talk about what a fine citizen I am. You're just a white trash piece of shit, Justin. Nobody's gonna listen to your truth.
Hey, Jess. You're pretty out of it last night. I mean,
after.
we both were. Shit. Yeah, we were both pretty trashed. Oh, we must have just both passed out after. Yeah, it was a fucking great party.
What the hell? You took pictures of my sister? You followed her? Took fucking pictures of her?
No! It's gotta be Bryce. It's fucking Bryce. He's trying to keep us quiet. Okay, it happened to me too.
Come near my sister and I'll murder you. You hear me?
So what do you want? An eighth?
I need something stronger. I need to get really fucking high, and I've got $20.
I got some H.
Is it not true that you first began dating Miss Hampton in April of last year, prior to Hannah's death and prior to your separation?
It's not something I'm proud of.
Is it not possible that Hannah knew, given the timeline, regardless of whether the two of you ever discussed it?
I can't believe that. Wait, I cannot believe that he was in a relationship with somebody else while Hannah was still alive, while he was running the store, and while he was still with his wife. That's mad, mate. That's totally different from your kid dying, you're struggling, you know, you become distant, you both have your own different ways of dealing with things, and then you both, like, move away. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know how a death takes, like, what toll it takes on somebody. And, you know, when somebody does pass, everybody deals with it different, and you could take so long that you become so distant and you end up, like, drifting away. But not when you're together, not when you're happily married and running the store and a business and got a kid. Do you know what I mean? That's crazy.
Okay. I'll call you when I can.
Yo, mate. How'd you deal with that? I reckon I'd go straight home and tell my mummy.
A marriage is a complicated thing. Your parents aren't perfect.
Don't try and turn this into a life lesson for me.
I'll end it. I'll end it. Tonight.
And you'll tell Mom.
I wouldn't end it first then. I'd tell Mum first, and then if it went negative, then I'd have my second backup in it. You know what I mean? No point in losing both.
Why can't we explain what actually happened? Why can't we make a statement?
It's not the time.
When is the time? Everyone knows what she had to say about it.
You wouldn't want it to sound like you were attacking this girl to the press. The girl on the tape. The party?
We don't even know if there was anyone at any party. It's just a story.
Is that the position you're taking or something you truly believe? You don't think your son could do these kinds of things?
Of course not. Jesus, do you?
I actually really like how, like, one of them's actually, like, not suspicious, but she's not blinded by, that's my son, he's an angel.
Do you know why the news vans are here? Do you know about the tapes?
That she didn't say anything about you that you hadn't already said yourself.
That's not it, Mom.
At a time like this, your friend Bryce needs you to stand by him.
These kids are going through so much, and parents
It's
don't
you
know.
or Bryce. I'm loving that he's getting terrorized. That's ruthless, that though, innit?
Since 1913, Liberty High has been committed to helping students achieve academic excellence in a safe, supportive environment. I'm a hypocrite. How can I say that I care about protecting girls when I've been protecting a rapist like Bryce Walker?
Oh.
The young man clearly felt burdened by something. He needed to make a confession.
It's blackmail. Someone's got something on him.
Puppet masters at the school. You can get anyone to do anything. Pulling the ladies, and by ladies I mean my sister. Kinsey told me you guys are going on a little date this weekend.
I was gonna tell you about it.
It's all good.
Definitely he's gonna absolutely pop that.
It's like flying like 30 seconds ago now. It's just, I mean.
Mad that though, innit? Like, literally, life could just be poof, mate. Literally, click of your fingers, dead. Now it's them who's obviously terrorised Marcus and obviously got him to go up and say that about Bryce. They're going to try and spin it again. Bryce knows that he's being blackmailed. He does. I mean, what is that tape really that bad of Marcus? Like, all he's sat there, he's just sat down, is he not? And someone is giving him a lap dance. Like, I don't know. It's not that bad, is it? Like, literally, in my opinion. But it's interesting, you know, what's going on, to be honest. Like, Bryce's girlfriend, you know what I mean? One, she's been in the toilets already. She's been scrubbing out bad things about Jessica, which I actually really like. You know, it's ruthless that Jess was getting picked on for, you know, they were saying that she was... That's the thing with Jess here, yeah? She's wounded. Well, she might be happy now, but she would have been scared of it being released and people thinking, oh, she's been raped. But right now, everybody thinks that she's a liar and everybody's picking on her and bullying her and sort of like writing names because they think that she's making stuff up. And actually, you know, when people actually find out what actually happened, that they're going to be more sympathetic. They're going to feel sorry for her and their opinions are going to change. So I think it can work in a beneficial way for her, even though that's unexpected, if that makes sense. So it's going to be interesting to see.
What the fuck did you just do? Hey, look, I came to you for help, and you didn't do shit, man. They're still blackmailing me. They made me say that shit. Who the fuck is they? I don't know. I didn't say anything that hasn't been said already. Big fucking mistake.
Hey, baby girl, let's talk.
That's not what she wants.
I don't want to talk. I need to be alone, okay? So there's a limit to what we can do to protect them. And there are some things you just can't protect them from.
And did anyone at Liberty inform you of the issues? Hot or not list being circulated, the suicidal poem being read aloud.
No. Mrs. Baker, were you aware that Hannah knew about your husband's affair?
No, I was not aware, but
You never picked up on any signs from her that she may have known or might have been in distress? Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Your father and I just had a little argument. What's the occasion?
Nothing. I just saw them in the window on my way home and remembered how much you like irises. I just wanted to say thank you for being a great mother.
No, I never noticed anything.
Yeah. That is
So
not a lie.
even you didn't notice the signs that Hannah was in distress, and yet you expect the school to have done so?
Been a therapist on and off over the years during stressful periods.
So you've received treatment from a mental health care professional, but you never thought that your daughter might require similar care?
She was just a child, and again, she never showed any signs.
Do you know what, right? She made an assumption there. She said that if you can't pick up on the distress, then how is the school supposed to pick up on this distress? But her whole premise of that distress question was about the relationship between her and her dad. And she was only asking that, did you know, basically her question was, did you know that Hannah knew that your husband was having an affair? She said no. And then she said, well, if you didn't pick up on distress, then how was the school spot? It's like, well, was Hannah distressed at that situation? You're assuming that that is the actual case, you know? You're assuming that it hit hard and it sent her into depression. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you've just made an assumption and said, oh, you didn't notice that she was distressed. How's the school? And it's like, well, there's no evidence that says that she was in that scenario that made her feel that way. It's not even on a tape. So, do you know what I mean? It's interesting. Oh, she's back. Oh, he's gone to see her.
Yeah, I did. Hi.
Oh, I just got my phone privileges.
Wait, so you just got all those messages at once? I hope you skipped some.
I listened to everyone.
Okay,
Starting yoga in a few minutes.
Look, are they sure it's bipolar? I mean, it feels like kind of a blurry line between someone being manic and also just being in a really good mood.
Clay, I tried to jerk you off in front of your parents. A good mood. The person that I was, it wasn't really working for me. Like, the good moods, they could be amazing, but the fall was just really fucking hard and far.
I thought I fixed it. I didn't want to make things worse for you or Hannah. I just wanted to move on.
Clearly.
I didn't know how to talk to you anymore. It's not your fault. I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming us. We should have communicated. We should have noticed that our baby girl was suffering. We should have done something.
Don't you dare, okay? Don't you dare make me feel like I failed my daughter.
I believe that the school, the bullies, that monster, were responsible for our losing Hannah, but we're in this too. We're part of it too, Liv.
That is true, actually. You know, they are kind of part of it as well.
I don't think you ever will.
Do you reckon when these applied for the roles, they knew that they'd be like depressed all the time? Do you know what I mean? She's always crying.
The thing is, my mom doesn't want me to go back to Liberty, but I need to move on. I can't keep pretending like I'm okay, like I don't need to work to get well. Like, I want to live a better life than that.
You're gonna forget me.
Oh my God, I never could.
Just one guy one time.
I can let you go and still love you.
Do you know what I've got to say there is, I like Clay in that scene, you know. He didn't like what she was saying, you know, like she's going away. But, like, he didn't make her feel crappy about it. He didn't try and stop her. He didn't try and turn it on him. What about us? Do you know what I mean? He just listened, accepted it, cracked a little joke like, you'll forget me, give her a hug and let her go. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like that scene. He didn't do anything to, like, dampen her mood down her. And yeah, it's true, mate. She wants to go on the up, you know. She wants to get a new life, a new person, a new location, start fresh and get on with it. So, got to respect it.
Clay! Hey, I need to talk to you. Hey, dickhead, where's Clay? Justin. Justin. Hey, wake up. Fucking let you die.
Come on, Alex, lad. Well done. Well done, man. Oh.
My dad said you called, and I heard what happened in court today, and I just wanted to reach out, you know, to see if there's anything I could do.
Where's the scar? Right there under my hair. That's why I grew it out.
It's crazy,
When I
isn't
first
it?
started at Liberty, some of the guys were like, that hair makes him a fag. I was like, that's fucking stupid. That's super kind of you.
What the hell happened?
He shot up, and then he almost choked on his own puke.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Justin? You were just clean.
Leave him alone.
No, you're defending him?
Yeah, what the hell were you thinking with the tapes, Clay?
I've done everything I can. Everything I can think of to make things right. But I can't do it alone.
Hey, I didn't know you were coming in today.
Lucas, this is Tony. Tony, this is Lucas.
Oh, hey, man. Have we trained together before?
No, I don't think so.
We don't always know everything a kid is going
Do you reckon he remembers?
I didn't mean to ruin the party.
You didn't, and I feel like I owe you an apology.
I really pushed myself, and it kind of turned out okay.
Great.
Yeah, my memory's getting better. Last night with that video game, it actually started making me remember this other one, Desert Duty. Just maybe if I play that one again, it would actually help me remember more.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But kids, they don't always tell you everything they're feeling. You must think I'm an idiot, wanting to protect a man who doesn't deserve it.
Really get it. You love him, right? Despite everything, and it's crazy, but you love him. Maybe it was too painful for her to talk about it. Maybe she kept it all in to protect herself. The more I think about it, she's really brave.
But honey, we both know that didn't work. Keeping it in, feeling the pain, facing it, that takes courage.
Come on, Jess.
Not a day passes during this trial, in the months it took to get here, that I don't wish I could have wrapped my arms around her and told her it would be okay.
Dad.
Call social services, he disappears into the system. He doesn't testify.
Jesus, is that what we care about?
No, I care about keeping the kids safe.
You told me you weren't working on the case.
That's no excuse.
You told Sonia about Zach texting Hannah. That's how they knew everything.
Clay needs us to be his parents now.
I don't need anything from you guys.
Clay, go to your room.
How is that fair?
Go to your goddamn room!
I mean, it's beneficial for you, Justin, that they've just said they're not going to kick you out. You know, that's kind of beneficial.
How can you fix something if you don't know what's broken?
You don't get to say anything. This is your fucking fault, Hannah. You killed yourself, and you didn't fucking care.
I did.
No, you didn't, or you never would have done it. You did an evil thing. Get the fuck out.
Hi, Mom.
I hope that she kicks that guy out and takes Justin back. I was going to say, mate, don't leave Clay's. To be honest, yeah, I liked Clay's dad then in that situation. They're both acting like children, do you know what I mean? She's talking about, you know, testifying. He's like, is that all we care about? Do you know what I mean? Clay was right in saying that she's the one that kind of started all this. She's the one that told them about the text messages. She's like, you could have lose my job. No, mate, you could have, because apparently you're not working on the case, yet you are working on the case and you are dealing information and you are checking through the files. So, like, is that not against the law? I don't know, like, but Clay's got it. He said it out as watermark. So that's a biggie, though, isn't it? Because he could definitely tie it back against him. I don't know whether this episode worked in Hannah's favour or not, to be honest. Again, I feel like the first ones was, like, all in the Bakers. I thought that the Baker was winning all of them. And then as we're moving in towards the back end, I feel like, you know, the school have got pretty decent and it made you think a lot. Like, so if you was in the jury there and you was listening, it could sway either way. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like a boxing match and you watch it and you think, bloody hell, that was a draw. It's got to, no, like, it can be a draw, but again, it's got to sway somewhere. Do you know what I mean? If they go to court and they're all level, what happens? Like, listen, what actually happens? They have to get a result, don't they? They have to pick a side. They can't just say, oh, we can't make our mind up. So do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the last few episodes, it's one of them, like, can we make our mind up? Who we swaying to? Who was right? Do you know what I mean? It's interesting. So, another thing that I picked up on there about Alex was you know, he's mentioned about playing that game and see if it can give him a bit of memory, you know, because he said that he played in the arcade and it made him remember something, and now he's trying to play this one to remember it. We did have a flashback earlier on in the season at some point, didn't we? Now, was it the part where he's drinking his drink and he dropped it and it spilled on the table and it cut to a scene and I think he was playing a game and somebody started laughing in the background and I was like, wow, you know, like, was that laugh here in the present or in the past? And now it's getting me interested, really intrigued. Do you know what I mean? Like, somebody, do you reckon it's the same person that shot? Because I'm still saying Alex didn't shoot himself. You know what I'm saying? Now, I could be stupid with that. I could totally be stupid with it. We still got his note, you know, did he mean what he said in it? You know, I could have stopped it. But I'm going to call that he didn't shoot himself. I might be the minority. I might be absolutely stupid with that. But maybe it's the person that's terrorising everybody here in this present that done something to him in the past. You know what I mean? really exciting. Actually, really enjoying this season. Okay, and that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy it. So very interesting, you know, like these tapes are out. Everybody's reacting in different ways, you know. Kind of positive for Jess in a way, in my personal opinion, that everybody's now not thinking she's a liar. I'm feeling like people might be a bit sympathetic to her. We've seen Bryce's girlfriend definitely, you know, struggling. She doesn't know whether to stand by Bryce or leave Bryce. She doesn't know, like, how she feel with it. I feel like she's going to be walking around and people judging and staring at her, and her life's totally changed. Like, she's done something wrong when she hasn't. And, like, right now, obviously, we've watched it and we know that Bryce did do these things, but, like, it could be down to interpretation to other people, not to me, to other people. And, like, you know, she's got to make her mind up whether she believes what's being said or whether she doesn't. And, like, if she doesn't, then she can stay with Bryce. But if she does, then she's got to be thinking, like, am I going to leave him? Do you know what I mean? Bryce is trying to tell her that, you know, like, it's all a farce and it's not real, and he's got his lawyers onto it. You know, we've had Tyler and you know, Cyrus, well, there's like forcing Marcus to stand up and release this information about you know, about Bryce. Now, obviously, they've come and squared up to each other. Kind of Bryce is saying, you know, why have you done that? Marcus is saying, look, I didn't really say anything. That's not already out in the Joe public already. You know, I kind of just emphasised the situation, but I didn't reveal new information. It's out there. People can hear the tapes. They can make their own mind up. I just give my opinion on those tapes. You know what I mean? And like, where me, this isn't really out yet. This tape's not out. It couldn't. I've still got a chance at Harvard or whatever. You know, so I had to take it. Now it's interesting that Tyler shot a bird. Like, he shot a crow, didn't he? Now it starts off with animals, doesn't it? It does. If you ever watch stuff, you start off small animals, goes into people. Now, I'm not saying that he can be doing that, but he didn't really have any remorse of taking its life, and he was like, whoa, it's pretty cool. 1 second it was alive, next second it's dead. And that's interesting, because that's a fact, obviously, but it's just interesting that he's like taking something from that. Do you know what I mean? I like how Jess as well has obviously gone to see Hannah's mum at the end, and ended up kind of, she didn't say anything, but she broke down, and that's what, like, she's getting to them stages where she's ready to reveal information. I can see it, and I'm liking it, and I'm enjoying it. I want to see what Alex is doing. I want him to progress even more. I want him to play this game. I want him to see if he can remember anything. Justin's gone back home. I'm liking it, actually. You know, I want him to get rid of her mum's boyfriend and show that he is the man of the house. He's the one that she should be choosing, not him. And I want him to get on the straight and now. Yeah, he took the drug this episode, he fell off the wagon, but you know what, you know, it might be 10 steps forward, 1 step back. It doesn't really matter because you took those 9, and we've got to keep doing that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't look at every little hiccup as a fail. You got to look at how many pluses, positives, wins you've had before that little fail. And that's what kind of like Sky's doing. You know, she's in this place, she's getting better, she's realizing that obviously maybe being at Liberty High is not the best for her. Moved to a new state, she's on new meds, she's feeling good and great, and she didn't really like herself in the past when she thought she did, and now she's just in a better place. And you know, she does love Clay, but it's time to move on and to obviously start fresh somewhere else. So I actually, you know, got respect it. I like it. It's decent. You know, we've got this Tony stuff going on as well with the person that he beat up on a scratched eye, kind of acknowledging that we met before. He doesn't really know where, but it might come back to him. Do you know what I mean? So, like, there's so much stuff going on, and I can't wait, honestly, to see what we have in store for us. I have no idea who's going to win, if I'm being honest. I thought it was a sure thing that the Bakers was going to win last season. I was like, mate, got the tapes, won, definitely, 100%. Now it's like, tapes have come out, police have heard it, lawyers have heard it, no one's really asked. Now he's released it in the public, they've asked a few questions, still nothing's really going on, so might not even affect the case, you know what I mean? It could even go negatively against it, like, so crazy, and I can't wait to find out. So thanks for checking out the video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.